you're ready for change, we're ready for you. Join us. Change is here.
Are you looking for a university that offers quality, innovative courses and in an incredible location here in beautiful Borneo? You should be here.
Now, the Curtin Business School courses we offer are accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business.
Now, due to Curtin's strong ties with industry, our graduates have been able to secure diverse and interesting positions all around the world. That's why you should be here. So here we are at the Faculty of Humanities. We have courses which are forward-thinking, practical, creative and relevant to society. We offer a Bachelor of Arts Mass Communication degree and postgraduate studies by research in media, culture and creative arts. And within all these courses, students can tailor their studies to suit their particular career goals. That's why you should be here. So here we are in the Faculty of Engineering and Science, where all courses are accredited by Malaysian and Australian authorities. In addition, industry assists us in the formulation of those courses, and this gives the students a great opportunity for work placement in this oil and gas hub of Miri, and that is why you should be here.
We also have foundation studies
For preparation for your degree in arts, commerce or engineering and science. This university has a wonderful staff-student ratio, and we have a state-of-the-art facility technologically and in teaching and learning, and that's why you should be here. Okay, we've come to the end of our little brief tour of Curtin, Malaysia, and I hope you enjoyed it, and it only remains for us to say
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, and my name is Cheryl, and I am the Senior Regional Recruitment Officer of Curtin University, Malaysia. So as for today, what is this webinar all about? So first and foremost, I would like to keep reminding our viewers, don't forget to share and also comment this live session or this webinar session with hashtag Curtin Malaysia, as we are looking giving giveaways for our viewers to win an exclusive Curtin Malaysia merchandise. And before I go further, I would like to introduce to you what is this webinar all about. So this webinar is for Curtin Malaysia Virtual Info Day, and we will be talking about Curtin Malaysia post-COVID. What are the things that you can expect from Curtin Malaysia? What are the facilities that we have here? What are the SOPs and so on? So stay tuned, guys. And if you have any question to ask our speaker, or you have question to ask myself, don't forget to put in the chat section or in the comment section, as we will be able to answer your questions at the end of the webinar. And don't forget, we will be having a live chat with all of you starting from 1 p.m. up to 9 p.m. today. And you will be given the chance to not only chat with our lecturers, but also our recruiters, both international and domestic recruiters. And not to forget, you are also given the chance to chat with our student ambassador. If you are interested to know more about the information of Curtin University, please stay tuned. Okay, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you our speaker for today. That is Professor Vincent Lee Cheng Chen, the Interim Deputy Pro Vice Chancellor of Curtin, Malaysia.
Hello, Cheryl. Hello,
Hello,
everyone. Good
Robinson.
afternoon. Thank you very much for inviting me to this session.
Yes, Prof. Vincent. I mean, we have been going on. We have gone through a
Hmm.
long online class starting from last year up until this year, and I believe our students outside there and also our potential student and parents they would like to know more about Curtin Malaysia's post-COVID, especially what are our plans for next year and so on. Yeah. So, Prof. Vincent. I would like to start with a few questions that I have from my side, which is what are the significant differences in what students learn online and also what are the things that they are going to study face to face in face to face class?
All right. Well, Cheryl, to be direct, I mean, for face to face is pretty much straightforward because well, students are attending physical classes, physical learning, where there are very physical engagement with the lecturers and whatnot. Whereas for um, online is slightly different. We actually have two types of online learning if we are not aware of. So I hope that you'll be able to see something that I'm putting on screen in a while. So I'll just go through it. Is that you see for online learning, a lot of people thought online learning as just go through attending classes on the web and whatnot. But actually, there are two different types. Yeah. So one is live, like what we are doing now. It is live, or what I would say the in technical term we call it synchronous. So means student learn from the lecturers live online, just like how we are doing it now, just like how they are doing it all the time during the normal classes. Right. The other type, which is asynchronous, is through recorded version. Right. So with that, student can enjoy the learning through their own time, through their own path, and when they want to learn and so on. So there are different types of activities and going on as what I shown in the slide, so which I will not be elaborating too much, but it's there. So what is it for? So it dependent on how the lecturer is going to do the online version. So if it's asynchronous, it's live, it's just exactly like a face-to-face session. Whereas it synchronous, it pre-recorded or it can be done after the live session through the recorded session, uploaded into our platform, right, in Moodle or in Blackboard, and student can then follow up from time to time. So I would say that would be the major main difference, where student will have, I would say, much more flexibility in terms of learning.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Vincent. Well, following with that question, right?
Mm.
Some of the as a student recruiter myself, I've been receiving question like, will online classes continue to be a part of learning and teaching in the future, and especially for Curtin Malaysia?
Right, thanks, Gerald. Actually, that is a very good question, I mean, in a report done, so this is an external report done in 2020. So it was stated that, and I quote, that online education is increasingly seen as a scalable means to provide courses to an increasingly non-traditional student population. So the non-traditional means face-to-face, right? Because face-to-face is what deemed as the traditional way of teaching and learning. So this would mean that the faculty must be prepared to teach online or in blended mode, which is a mixture of online and face-to-face mode as well. So there will be three different types of modes of delivery. So this was done in 2019. Then the report was published in 2020. So it was actually envisaged back in 2019 that this is the future of the direction for higher education. And of course, in 2020, the pandemic happened, so everything is accelerated. So now we have all the online education. And if you were to ask me if this is the future of higher education, I would say yes, it is definitely the future of higher education. But when will we, as in the Malaysia higher education, embark onto this journey along with all the rest of the world? That would be subject to a different story then, right? But yes, this is definitely the future of education.
Okay, as for Curtin Malaysia, is there any possibility of having hybrid mode in the coming years?
Yes, I mean, currently we are already doing hybrid. I mean, the university has already opened in late October, so the hybrid has been going on. So in the future, we do foresee the possibility of offering hybrid mode of learning, where student will be doing partial of their study on campus, and partial of their study can be done online, or I would say asynchronous mode, right? In this way, right? So yes, there are possibility, or what we call it as a blended mode.
That's a good news actually for the students. I believe they have been wanting to know if there is any possibility of hybrid mode and so on. And thank you, Prof. Vincent, for answering this question. And moving on, how do lecturers ensure students are able to cope with face-to-face learning after the long online learning phase? And how do they keep students motivated and also engaged?
Right. To from even from a working perspective, we have been working from home for some time already, right? In a way, so of course, moving back to from online mode to face mode, there might be some challenges. I would say, right? I would be total dishonest if I said that there is no challenges. There will be challenges because so far everyone has been working or studying from the comfort of their home, right? So now when we move into university again, well, student, of course, they may have some queries, or some question mark. Why do we need to do so? Well, we can actually study online easily now at the comfort of the home. So now I'll bring out again, so the future outlook, right? So this is envisaged by 2025. Okay, so from student point of view, the demand of learning would actually change, right? Student may not be learning as how they wish to be anymore. So there would be much more demand. So the expectation would be the learning will need to be, in a way, entertaining. It will need to be immersive and purpose driven. So from the university or from the faculty point of view, this is how we'll need to encourage or motivate the student to come back, right? By providing a more engaging experience and a more purpose-driven learning. That such an experience may not be very much available through online, right? It is only available through face-to-face. For example, so we can focus on some concrete skills that enable them to graduate with a job and or facilitate career mobility, right? We can introduce ideas like work integrated learning, where they have to perform some of their learning with the industry. So this is something that can only be happen on campus, right? Whereas through online, it will be suitable for more theoretical kind of lecture, right? But on the practical or the hands-on, layman term, hands-on version of hands-on side, it will need be conducted on campus. So I believe this is how we can actually encourage and motivate students to come back into campus with all these features in.
That's amazing. So, Prof. Vincent, before we go on to the next question, I would like to remind our viewers to share and comment with a hashtag of Curtin Malaysia, hashtag Curtin Malaysia, to stand a chance to win exclusive Curtin merchandise. And the winners will be announced at the end of this session. So guys, don't don't miss the chance, to win our Curtin exclusive merchandise that will be announced at the end of the session later. Okay, Prof. Vincent,
Yes.
what is or how is Curtin's preparation to welcome students back on campus?
Right. Thanks, Cheryl. I understand that when we first, or I would say when the Ministry of Higher Education first announced on the 15th of October that university are allowed for students to return to campus, there have been some, uncertainties, or uncomfortability of whether students should really go back because the safety is on the campus remains questionable back then, right? So Curtin took about 10 days right after the announcement, and we opened to the first batch of October intakes new student on the 5th of October, and the second batch for the returning July intake student on the 1st of November. So in terms of preparation, we had I would say that Curtin has done quite a extensive precautions based on the standard operating procedure as provided by Ministry of Higher Education, as well as some internal measures to ensure that the campus is safe and for the student as well as for the staff as well, right? Other than that, as not all students are returning to campus for face-to-face lectures or face-to-face learning, some of them are still on the online version. So facilities has also been upgraded to prepare for both online and face-to-face, or what we know it as hybrid delivery. Right, so that is some of the preparation that we have done in terms of facilities to allow for online and face-to-face at the same time. So this would refer back to the question whether Curtin will be ready for hybrid delivery in the future. Yes, we are very much in the planning for hybrid delivery, and we are also looking forward to it in the future. Right, in terms of safety measures, we have all the standard operating procedure in place, where students will need to go through all the temperature measures before coming in at the first point of entry, followed by hand sanitization, and of course some of the general guidelines that we have informed the students on.
That's great. That's great, Professor Vincent. It's great to know that, and I believe those students and also viewers, they are waiting to know what are, what is our preparation. And thank you for answering it. So, students outside there, if you are looking into coming back to campus for physical class, do not worry, as we will be able. We are happy, more than happy to guide you on what are the latest SOP to enter Sarawak and what are the things that you need to prepare and so on. Okay, and you can always get connected with the staff and also lecturers and also student ambassadors through this live chat that is available up until 9 p.m. today. So don't forget to register and stand the chance to chat with Curtin Malaysia staff. So, Prof. Vincent, I understand that you have touched a bit about the facilities that we have in Curtin, Malaysia. So, may I know what are the facilities that would be able to be used by our students when they are back in campus later?
Well, when they are back in campus, more or less, I would say all the facilities will be available by then. All right, of course, with proper sanitizer. I understand that most of the issue is that how about the sanitization of the equipment, because after the first user, what would be happen to the second user? Would there be sanitization happen? So all of these measures are, of course, in place, as we need to ensure in terms of the usage that all the proper sanitization is done. So yes, for all the facilities, it will be open for the usage, but of course, as we all know about in terms of the capacity of the rooms or the facilities, there would be some, I would say, minimal inconvenience, as we may not live like how we used to be in the pre-COVID era, where in the room we can have 20, 30 people using the equipment or the facilities. So now it will be subject to the social distancing, and as well as some of the standard operating procedures in terms of the room capacity, right? But yes, in terms of facilities, I would say that it will be available for usage. It's just that now there will be stricter SOP that we need to hire on. So in terms of the duration time, especially for the gym, for example, or so due to everyone need to wait for their turn to use the equipment. So in terms of the duration of, say, a treadmill, they may not be able to run 1 hour as they used to. Maybe now it's only limited to 30 minutes, then have to move on to the next user. Right? Some of these measures may be available, right, after when students are returning to use all these campus facilities.
Okay, so thank you, Prof. Vincent. So, viewers outside there, not only that is that SOP we can adhere here in campus, but also the SOP that we can adhere outside of campus later. So, I believe that this is a great reminder for all of us to maintain our SOP wherever we go, because it's important. Aside from taking care of people around us, first and foremost, it's very important for us to take care of ourselves. So I would like to get this opportunity to remind all of our viewers to stay safe, stay vigilant, and don't forget to adhere to the SOP that we have. Okay, so Prof. Vincent, I would like to also ask, what are the recent developments in campus amidst this studying online, all of these online classes going on? What are the recent developments we have here in campus?
Right, Cheryl, I need to be a little secretive about this, but yeah,
Actually,
I'll shed some light. Right. Okay. So during the whole, I would say 1.5 year of MCO period, I mean, the campus has been quite quiet in a way, and it allows the university to actually invest more time, right, in beautifying the campus and whatnot, right? So some of the old buildings has been refurbished, right, with much more colorful colors, very vibrant colors, right? We have some new development, right? We have the new engineering research building ready, right? We have a new cafeteria, a for those of you I mean those are students have been here, they will know there maybe I hope that they will be surprised with the new cafeteria because it is totally different from what we have. It's a very, I would say, new concept of cafeteria that like what you would be expecting from Starbucks, right? The new student housing accommodation is now under construction, and we have a new aquaculture research laboratory, right? But I will not be showing any photos here, right? The reason because I would like all our future students and viewers to actually drop by Curtin Malaysia and Miri to see it for yourself, right? Because my photos may be Photoshop, right? But when you come here, you can actually see the actual buildings, right? When I say actual buildings, it is already standing there, the building, so you can actually see it live with your eyes. Yep.
Thank you, Prof. Vincent. I believe those actually I know what are the recent developments as I when I got back from campus when I got after the long working from home period, I was actually surprised. I was like, am I entering Curtin Malaysia or somewhere else? Because I really love the new cafeteria, and also I like the idea of having a new student accommodation. So we are going to have more student who is staying in campus. You know, like what it says, the more the merrier. And to students outside there, I believe you are missing our real life campus experience. And don't worry, with all of the recent developments that we have here, I believe it is going to elevate your campus life experience. All right. And then aside from that, actually, this question is the next question is actually related to the question that the first few question that I have before this, which is what can students expect when they are in campus? For example, their campus lifestyle, academics, curriculum, and so on. Professor Vincent?
Yeah, well, I mean, in terms of campus life, I mean, Curtin pre-COVID has quite a number of extensive activities, all right, for the students from the whether be it from the university or from the student council, from student clubs. Of course, when the students are allowed, when they are allowed to return to the campus next year, these activities will still be there. Of course, it might be at a reduced scale, right? Because we need to observe the in terms of the student, not student number, but in terms of the capacity of each event. So we cannot have overcrowded type of activities. So, and of course, some of the activities could be going into virtual where it's possible. And of course, we need to make sure that those going into virtual events are actually as engaging as how it is conducted face-to-face and physical. Right. So these are some of the changes that students may need to anticipate when they come in. We will still live like in the norm, but in a new norm, right? With observing our SOP, and perhaps in terms of the scale of the activities, it might be smaller depending on how which venue that they are using. Okay, so that would be in terms of the campus lifestyle, but it will be there. It's just that following the new norm. Whereas in the other areas such as say academics or curriculum that you are mentioning, everything will be back to normal. Okay, so there will be face-to-face classes, and there will be some hybrid mode as well for those that cannot attend back to face-to-face, right? Because we do understand it all depends on when the regulation on the national borders or international borders will be open, and this would be subject to the government rules and regulatory body, right? But we will ensure that for those that are able to come to face-to-face, we welcome them, right? Our campus are ready. They can drop in anytime, more or less, right, to visit us, to have a look at the campus, and to, well, perhaps at some point, if there are lectures ongoing, they may actually have a sneak peek of how lectures are going for face-to-face for now, right? Because we still have some lectures ongoing, right? So that would be some of the things. I think it's just like adjusting back to how our normal lifestyle now, that it will be adhering to new normal with some SOPs involved. But overall, I would say that there won't be too much of an impact to what we know would already have back then.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Professor Vincent, before we
Mm-hmm.
go into, I would say, into the last question from my side, again,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to inform and I would like to remind our viewers, don't
Mm-hmm.
forget to share and comment this in this session. Don't forget, when you comment, don't forget to do a hashtag Curtin Malaysia, so that to stand a chance to win exclusive Curtin merchandise. I heard from our team, the Curtin merchandise is something is exclusive, and not a lot of people gets the chance to get this merchandise. So guys, don't miss the chance. Don't forget to share and comment with hashtag Curtin Malaysia. If you have any question to ask Professor Vincent or myself, please put it in the chat section or in the comment section, and we will answer it towards the end of this session later. Yeah. So, Prof. Vincent, I have
Mm-hmm.
reached towards my last question, which
Yep.
is, what are the other teaching and learning information that you would like to highlight to our viewers outside there, who are the parents, our current student, and also our potential student?
All right. Thanks, Cheryl. I think I would say, in terms of the quality of our teaching and learning delivery would be maintained, be it face to face. Of course, we have always been maintaining that, or is it in the form of online or hybrid learning, right? So, regardless of which mode that they are engaging, the quality would be the same and it will be maintained. Of course, I mean, I believe that is I would say most of the concerns that parents or future students may have, right? So in terms of the educational quality, it will be maintained, it will be there. Of course, some other items, such as we may expect some of the assessment that previously are being dealt with in hard copy, so now it may go online. So it will be some technological savvy involvement in terms of assignment submission, or even some of the exams. It could be slightly different as how it is. But I believe with the online delivery that had been happening over the 1.5 year, I think our students are able to cope. Nevertheless, our staff and lecturers here are more than happy to assist, right, students where they are facing issues, be it academic or non-academic. So that is some assurance that the university can give to our future student, that we will be there supporting them, right, in terms of their learning. Okay, last but not least, of course, I think this is quite general for them once they come into campus, to avoid all the three C's, right? The crowded places, all the confined spaces, and avoid close conversation, and to practice more of the CWs, to wash hand regularly, right? To wear face masks, and to be aware, all right, or on the surrounding happenings when there are some uh, symptoms happening around. So I think that is pretty much something common, but in campus we will be much more alert on this as well, right?
Thank you, Prof. Vincent. Well, actually, Prof. Vincent, I would like to get the attention of our viewers. I would
Mm-hmm.
like to share from our student recruitment department. We are going to be in Mid Valley next month. So if there is any student who would like to drop by and also ask question and to know more about Curtin Malaysia, please do not hesitate, as we are going to be there, and we will be able to advise the student what are their study pathway and what are the things that they are going to study here in campus. And those are the things that we are looking forward to share to our student, not only to our West Malaysia student, but also our Sabah and Sarawak student, and not to forget our international student. So if they have any question, meanwhile, while waiting for that event in December, they can always ask their question in the comment section, and we will be able to put it up here on screen, and probably myself or Professor Vincent will be able to answer your question. Actually, we have received a few questions here, but before that, I would like to make another announcement to the winners of from this webinar session. I would like to inform you that we will only announce the winners tomorrow. Please stay tuned to our social media. Okay, actually, I might have a feeling some of you in the chat section or in the comment section has won. Your name is listed in the giveaway winners. So guys, those who have yet to put hashtag for Curtin Malaysia, please do not hesitate to put hashtag Curtin Malaysia and comment. What are the questions that you have for Professor Vincent, or what are the things that you would like to know about Curtin Malaysia, and so on. All right, and actually, we have a question here. All right, so Professor Vincent, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we have a question from Fifi Liu. Hi, may
Mhm.
I ask what is open and available for students around campus since everything was closed due to COVID? Professor Vincent, would you like to take this question?
Yep, sure. I believe, thank you, Fifi, for the question. I believe the question is related to the amenities around the campus. So actually now I mean, the whole Sarawak is already in phase 3 of the recovery plan. So I would say all of the amenities are actually open. So there's no worries about finding food or finding groceries. Everything is all open already, right? And of course, in terms of all the transportation, public transport, they are also on the road already. So yeah, I would say everything is back to normal with new norm practicing happening. I think that, yeah, if that is the question, if I answer the question of what's available and open to a student around campus, I'll assume that is the question.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Vincent. I hope, Fifi, that answers your question. And let's say if you have any further question or a following
Mm.
question after your question, you can always ask again in the comment section, or you can chat with our lecturers, our recruiters, both international and also domestic student recruitment department, or you can also have a live chat with our you can also have a live chat with our student ambassador, not only from Miri but also all around the globe. And they are not only that they are from faculty of business, but they are also student ambassadors from faculty of engineering and science, as well as faculty of humanities and health sciences. All right, so looking again, like what I mentioned, again, I would like to get back to the announcement of our viewers who stand a chance to win Curtin Malaysia exclusive merchandise. We will announce the winners on our social media platform. Well, to be exact, yeah, our Facebook and also our Instagram account. So, guys, don't forget to follow our Curtin Instagram page and also Facebook page. Don't miss the chance, because you have a lot of opportunity, to win this exclusive merchandise. Okay, Professor Vincent, are you ready for the next question?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, we have a question from Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hmm.
So she said, "Hi, Cheryl and Professor Vincent. I'd like to know how the environment around campus is now since being impacted by COVID. Is the campus accommodation open? And what about the transportation
Hmm.
from Curtin? Hashtag Curtin Malaysia." That's the way, Melissa. Don't forget that hashtag, guys.
Right. Thank you, Melissa. Well, yes. Oh, well, how the environment around the campus, I would say that if you are here, you'll be a little surprised because it's slightly different from how it was in 2019 or early 2020. There have been some refurbishment work happening already. So you will see a much more vibrant and colorful environment here. I really hope so. I mean, it looked vibrant to me, so I hope it looked vibrant to all of you as well. Right. So you see a slightly different outlook of the campus. Right. Of course, being impacted by COVID-19, on the other side of it, it also provide us the time to actually upgrade some of our facilities that has been really well invested now. In terms of the campus accommodation, is it open? Yes, I believe it is already open, but it may not be opening like how it used to be. I believe some of the four-bedded rooms may not be 4-bedded anymore. It could be only just 2-bedded, depending on the size of the the capacity of the room. But yes, the accommodations are open, and transportation from Curtin, the bus is already running. Right, may not be as packed schedule as it used to, but it is running. So don't worry. Students are still able to get out of Curtin to Miri town and vice versa freely. All right, don't worry about that.
All right. Thank you, Prof. Vincent. Well, Melissa,
Mhm.
do not worry. The accommodation is open and the transportation is also available for our student who is staying off campus and also in campus. Well, fun
Mm.
fact, actually, we have a new face for our
Mm.
Curtin bus, right, Professor
Yep.
Vincent?
Yes, we do have it.
And
Right.
I believe just now I saw one question popping up. So,
Yeah.
Professor Vincent, again, I think our viewer, Usama Salim, he have a question regarding our face-to-face classes. He would like to get a confirmation. Will Curtin provide face-to-face classes for the upcoming semester?
All right. Thank you, Osama, for the question. Right. I can confirm that we are already running face to face now. So I use the word we are already running, so it means that it is already running. So next year or upcoming semester, definitely there will be face to face classes. Right.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yep.
yes,
So,
Osama, we can confirm face to face classes is a thing. It's already a thing.
yes, thank you, Prof. Vincent. And Usama, not only to Usama, but also to our viewers and also students outside there. Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
are having face-to-face class, and we are currently having face-to-face class as well. All right. So, we are towards the end of the session, actually. We have a few more minutes. So, without further ado, I would like to remind our viewers outside there, don't forget to share and
Mm-hmm.
also comment hashtag Curtin Malaysia
Mm-hmm.
to stand a chance to win exclusive Curtin merchandise. And aside from that, don't miss the chance to have a live chat session, to chat with our lecturers, recruiters, as well as our students if you want to know more about Curtin Malaysia. So, Professor Vincent, I believe we have reached towards the end of this session. I would like to thank you for your time and as well as thank you for clarifying and also confirming and also sharing the information about Curtin Malaysia's post COVID plan. Thank you so much, Professor Vincent. I hope to see you around in campus.
Thank you
And
very much, Cheryl. Yes, you'll see me around. I may be hopping into your office in a while, but yeah,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you for inviting me for this session.
yeah. Thank you, Professor Vincent. And without further ado, to our viewers outside there, I would like to get the opportunity to share with you, though our webinar session for Curtin Malaysia post-COVID is going to end soon, I have a few reminder for you. Number one, do not forget. I think I've been repeating this over and over again, which is number one. We are still having our live chat up until 9 p.m. today. 9 p.m. 9 p.m. today, you can chat with our lecturers, with our recruiters, both international and also domestic, and also you can also grab the chance to chat with our student ambassador, not only from Faculty of Business but also from Faculty of Engineering and Science and also Faculty of Humanities and Health Sciences, not only to know more about our foundation program, but also up until our postgraduate program. Okay, so I would like to share with you that again, I would like to remind you again that we will be announcing the winners of our Curtin Malaysia exclusive merchandise on our social media platform, our Facebook, and also our Instagram page tomorrow. So, how do we win this and how do we know who is the winner? So, first and foremost, grab your phone and don't forget to click that follow button in our Curtin Instagram page as well as Facebook page. Okay, so now that let's say if you missed this session and you would like to know more about what are the things that Malaysian students should know about Curtin Malaysia, please stay tuned with us. You can also look into our future student website or Curtin Malaysia website under future student drop down. You will be able to see a few pre-recorded videos where you will learn and where you will get the information on what Malaysian students should know about Curtin Malaysia, as well as what an international student should know about Curtin Malaysia. And aside from that, you can listen on what Curtin Malaysia students from Malaysia as well as other ASEAN countries have to say about Curtin Malaysia. If not mistaken, I was informed that some of these students, they are sharing their information from Indonesia, from Brunei, from Vietnam, and so on. So don't miss the chance. These are our students' experience, and it's a first-hand experience, I would say, where they will share with you what they need, what they want to say about Curtin Malaysia, and what are the information that you can get from them. Aside from that, you can meet our faculty members, our lecturers, our recruiters, and as well as our current student. And not to forget, we also have a virtual campus tour. And for those students who is staying in Miri, or probably if you would like to travel to Miri to have a campus tour, you can also arrange with our domestic student recruiter, or our not only domestic student recruiter, but our recruiter as a whole. If you would like to know more, or you would like to have a campus tour, you would like to see it with your own eyes, what are the new developments and what are the new facilities that we have here in campus, please feel free to join our live chat session from 1 p.m. up until 9 p.m. later. Maybe we will be able to chat. I might be able to chat with you for more information about Curtin Malaysia. All right. So, viewers, students, parents, potential students of Curtin Malaysia, we have reached towards the end of this session. I hope that you have gotten all of the information needed from this virtual info day. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask us. And for those who joined us today, please stay tuned to the announcement of our winner. Okay, so I think we have reached towards the end of the session. Thank you everyone for joining us. Have a nice day. Stay safe and stay vigilant.